Hey little wonder you, and welcome to a new episode of the Made of Things podcast. I am your host with the most roast, Antonio Maria Correia. That is a mostly vegan roast, and welcome to the show. This is, of course, Podcast Friday. Alliteration. That's what it is, in case you don't know what an alliteration is. This week I've been sick, and I'm hardly still at 100% regarding my health, so I'm going to keep things short. So guys, a couple of things before we meet our guests this week. First off, just a quick note to announce that At the Drive-In is back with new music and a world tour. It was just announced today, even though the tour is not a very extensive one, and they're not coming to Portugal, so I hope that someone invites them. Secondly, the lineup for the next Primavera Sound Festival in Barcelona has been announced. I'm going to try to quickly read through this. Okay, so the lineup this year is incredible, and it features people such as, and I'm going to be pretty extensive about this. This is pretty much a list. Okay, so this is a pretty extensive list. I'm just going to read this out loud. So you have Radiohead, LCD Sound System, who I've met. I met James Murphy in London not a few months ago, and if you consider Al from Hot Chip as part of the band, then I guess as well. And Nancy, of course, Nancy Wong, who I've interviewed a couple of times, and I've interviewed Al from Hot Chip also once before. Not on this show, though. So you have Sigur Rós, PJ Harvey, Tame Impala, who I've interviewed before as well. The Last Shadow Puppets, Air, Brian Wilson performing Pet Sounds, which is amazing. Beach House, Suede, Beirut, Animal Collective, Pusha T, Action Bronson, Explosions in the Sky, Moderat, John Carpenter, even though I'm not sure, I haven't investigated who this John Carpenter is. Vince Staples, Drive Like Jehu, Deer Hunter, Dinosaur Jr., Richard Hawley, Kamasi Washington, who had an amazing album last year, Neon Indian, Battles, Ty Segall, and The Muggers, Julia Holter, Freddie Gibbs, Daughter, J-Rock, Savages, Cabaret Voltaire, Floating Points, Destroyer, Parquet Courts, The OCs, Titus Andronicus, who were my top 3 pick for last year's best albums, Tortoise, who have an amazing live show, and I've met John McIntyre before, Mudhoney, Kiasmos, Robert Forster, Boredoms, which is going to be amazing. You never really get to see Boredoms anywhere, so this is an amazing chance. Manel Beek, Cass McCombs, Empress of, James Hunter 6, Hudson Mohawk, Algier, Royal Headache, Shellac, as always, the staple of Primavera Sound, Evian Christ, Dungeon, Goat, Grupo de Expertos Solinieve, Ben Watt Band featuring Bernard Butler of Suede, Beach Slang, DJ Coz, Lubomir Melnik, Shura, Maceo Plex, Venom, Ponta du Prince, Unsane. Then you have Black Lips, who are always amazing. Wild Nothing. This is the list of other names they've put in slightly smaller font, but I'm going to just pick some out of this. Current 93, Damn Funk, Holly Herndon, I'm excited about that. 6 Organs of Admittance, Mbongwana Star, Proto Martyr, Selda, the Turkish singer, who is pretty advanced in terms of age now for the newly acquired international fame, I guess. US Girls, then you have Psychic TV, then you have Jenny Val, who is going to be on the show in a couple of weeks, or in a month's time or so. Bradford Cox of Deer Hunter, Loop, Car Seat Headrest, the excellent Car Seat Headrest, Neil Michael Haggerty of Royal Trucks, Now, then you have Bardo Pond, you have Steve Gunn, for instance, then you have Harmar Superstar, who I've met at Primavera. He's a really, really nice guy. Aliment, the guys from La Castanya in Barcelona, shout out to them, to Juan and stuff. Dira Dorian, Sheer Mag, that's going to be exciting. Let's see who else. This is so much. Sons, and so much people such as, and sons, and that's pretty much enough reading of lists. But it's an amazing lineup, and I'm excited that I'm going to go, of course, to Primavera Barcelona, Primavera Sound, and this will be my 7th year in a row, which is quite outstanding. I've never thought... Every year, I've said this before, but every year, when I go to the festival, I think, well, this is a pretty expensive, luxury that I, afford myself each year. So I'm probably not going to go next year. And then... it only takes about a couple of hours until into the festival until I realize, oh, no way, I totally have to be here next year. So it's happening again. So, and another name that's performing at Primavera Sound is Chairlift, who are our guests on the show this week. Now, I am a fan of Chairlift, and I really consider Caroline Polachek to be one of the most talented voices in music today. And it's no wonder, really, to me, even though, there's always a degree of surprise that she produced a track for Beyonce on her last album. So that collaboration really has, seemingly or apparently pushed Chairlift into the limelight even more so than they were before, and I'm really happy for them. So I saw Chairlift at Primavera Sound in 2012, and I remember being extremely hyper and jumping around hysterically and partying like 5 times harder than everyone else on that night, and that was mainly due to it being my first and last experience with some substances that I'm not going to name. But I was extremely excited to be hearing the songs live and to be, attending the Chairlift show. And at the Apollo, and which is like the previous night to the main days of the festival, because you have a previous night, which is day number 0, I usually call it, and then you have a post night on Sunday, and I always recommend those because it's more of an industry thing, and people are there from the industry and bands and stuff like that. For instance, I once at the Apollo on Sunday, because it's not people tend to travel back home because most people at Primavera Sound, I guess, are not Spanish or from Barcelona. So people have gone home, so it's a little quieter. And once I even I hung out a little with Yolo Tango, with Ira, and the guys, and it's surprising to see Yolo Tango just hanging around. It's one of the many magical things that Primavera Sound has. Okay, so Chairlift have a new album out today, if you're listening to this on January the 22nd, which is called Moth. And I haven't heard it yet, but I do recommend you check out the song ch-ching, both the new version and the older one. They played a festival in 2013 in New York, and that version of the song that they played at the festival is really, really good. And it's different from the new version, so it's really, really basically different. So you can catch it up on YouTube. So go check it out. It's really, really fun. I caught up with Caroline Polachek and Patrick Wimberly, who are a couple of sweeties, and we had this quick chat before the show at Vodafone Meshfest in Lisbon late last year. This was about a month ago. Plus, I think I might have been infatuated with Caroline for a few years now. So can you imagine the sheer joy it was for me to have her first words to me be, "Oh, you look pretty." So I guess that that's a moment from me, but love Caroline. So go ahead and make of it whatever you want as we talk to Caroline and Patrick from Chairlift. Oh, thank you. It's the lighting. Antonio, nice meeting you.
It's good lighting, so try to do. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Hi, Patrick, Antonio. Nice meeting you. No, is simpler. Yeah. We'll just have the same
all the time, but you have very beautiful eyes.
Thank you. You do as well, actually. Both of you guys.
Okay.
Patrick wins with eyes.
No, that's pretty similar actually. It's the band of the beautiful eyes. The chairlift, the spirit lifting, eye lifting is something else.
That's something very different. Surgical procedure.
Exactly. Guys. Is that actually because this was on a podcast, so this is pretty much on. We're all already doing this.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, sweeties. How are you two guys?
Oh, great, thank you.
Oh, suddenly went British there. Is that something? How often do you go British?
When necessary.
When necessary. So I guess it's pretty necessary now. Okay. I'll take that some way. I'll decide later.
Decide.
I'll decide later. But you guys, let me take you back. 2012, Primavera Sound, opening night. I'm there, and in Barcelona.
Oh, in Barcelona, the club show.
The club show,
super fun.
And I'm partying the shit out of that gig with a few guys.
I think a lot of people were that night. Actually.
I'm sorry, what?
I think a lot of people were.
I can assume. I only remember some part of it, but I remember my part.
Caroline
of it.
was really sick. I almost couldn't play.
I had food poisoning that afternoon, so I was vomiting for about 6 hours before that show. There was actually a bucket on stage.
I had no
I walked
idea.
right from the bathroom onto stage and played that show.
Wow.
And actually, one of the only reasons is because Alex Capranos from Franz Ferdinand knocked on the bathroom door and introduced himself and just wanted to tell me he was a fan, and that was like and I think that sort of like brought me up out of the toilet and onto the stage. But that said, it was a very delicious meal. I think it was lemon. I don't know what got me sick.
Lemon?
I had fish with lemon.
Oh,
but
not lemon by itself.
No, but my manager and I shared the same fish. I put lemon on my side. I got sick. She did not get sick. So
You have to go hardcore with fish. Oysters, no lemon ever. That's what you learn from Anthony Bourdain and living in Portugal.
I'm a sucker for acid. What can I say?
Oh, acid. Okay. As good New Yorkers, acid and food go together, right? Because isn't it? Is it like a food trend?
Hot sauce. It's true. We do love hot sauce.
Well, not mutually exclusive, right?
Well, I'm trying to think.
Hot sauce and acid.
I'm confused about what kind of acid we're talking about.
Yes. Well, the hot sauce one.
Okay.
That
hot
you
sauce.
mix together, I think. And but you back to the story. I was really pretty much hysterical and just jumping, and I've been a fan for since then, or since a few months before. And you, Caroline, chose to recognize me. I felt by holding out your hand, and I have that recorded. So because smartphones, but because smartphones. But so you held out your hand on the amnesia breakdown and the break, and you held out your hand. So I have that. When it comes back together.
Did you create this moment right now?
Yes.
Okay. I remember it actually. It feels weird.
It's deja vu. I'm getting deja vu again. I might be too good for myself, I guess. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Speaking of acid.
Speaking of acid.
How much acid have you had today?
Do you know the cartoons, the Belgian cartoons called Obelix and Asterix?
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
You know. So you know how Obelix doesn't need to have the potion because he fell when he was a baby, so he doesn't need it anymore. That's my case. Yes, something happened to me. I don't need anything anymore.
Oh yeah, I see that. Okay.
My brain is sliding out of my brain is sliding out of my ears. But yes, literally. Not literally, guys. Come on. This is a joke. We like to joke. Right?
No more jokes.
No more jokes.
No more jokes.
Yes, very serious. Moth. Okay, so moths, are they cute, yes or no?
No.
No.
Some.
Terrible?
Well, cute and terrible aren't necessarily opposites.
Again, so much like sriracha and lemon. Hot sauce, I mean, not sriracha. Yes. Is it the same moth that was in Björk's plate on Human Behavior? You know, that little moth, that huge moth, actually.
I don't know.
I don't think it's the same one.
Oh, in the Michel Gondry video.
Yes, precisely.
No.
I knew you guys would know
What-
that. Yeah.
Which is the moth that's on the cover?
No, I think it's a different moth. I can't remember the Michel Gondry moth very well,
It was
but
pretty huge.
it was
Plate
big.
size. Yeah,
Okay.
plate size moth.
even bigger.
Oh, really?
Ours is bigger, yeah.
How's your moth like? Like, what are the main characteristics of the chairlift moth?
Well, I guess the moth for us is sort of a metaphor for persistence and for tenderness and for a certain sort of, I guess, innocence.
Okay. And one last question, because we're basically running out of time, but the ch-ching thing, 27.99 to 23, it's a combination for a locker, right? Is it still available? And if so, what would one find
We
it?
changed the lock. It was, but we change it once in a while. It's it's our studio.
Oh, okay. Not very, it's a good bet to change the code if you're going public with the code, I guess.
Well, we change it all the time.
Yeah, otherwise, people would go, no.
They'd be like, "Ooh, we know where some
No more
instruments
studio
are."
all of a sudden. Okay. There you go. Oh, okay, last question then. Okay, this goes on a podcast. No, I know, but I got to sign. So, yeah, you have to deal with, you guys can go whenever you want, or stay forever. But this goes on a podcast called Made of Things. What is the main thing that made you as an artist? What do you think?
Music?
Yes. Like made you dedicate yourself to this for the foreseen time.
What
That was
made
my answer.
Oh,
That wasn't a question.
yeah. Okay, there you go. Fantastic. No.
this is a tough question. Wait, I need just 1 second. But just
Just kidding.
we learned that the hard way. But,
Girls.
and then I think it was just an urge to create and to create something new.
Okay. But mostly girls. There you go. One of the best. There you go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is it okay if we take a picture just
Yes,
before we
of
go?
course.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Okay, that was rather a small chat, I know, but that's all the time we had. They were rushing to go play, and I hope to catch them again at Primavera Sound. Hopefully, we'll chat again. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe they're playing Porto as well. That hasn't been announced yet at Nós Primavera Sound, the Porto and Portuguese edition of the festival. So, guys, there will be much more content coming up in the next few weeks or next few months, or hopefully the rest of the year. So, but we're pretty much set for the next few months. So there's a lot of exciting guests on the show. So please follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. I always say this. I get all my social media wrong and mixed up. So like us on Facebook, Made of Things Pod. Follow us on Twitter, Made of Things Pod. We also have an Instagram which we barely use, but still that'd be nice. I need to update it a lot. On Instagram, Made of Things Pod as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the little crazy insane chat we had with Chairlift, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.